I lived in this area for 19 years now. Had to travel a lot for work assignments, but came here in 2005, and the people in this area are just fantastic, and it's a good community. I feel safe. It's been a great place when we raised our kids through junior high school and high school. And I also felt good because all of the services and the things that you need are here locally, yet you don't have to experience a big city environment. I saw Dr. Keller back in 2014, and there were some questions as to whether or not I might have some issues back then. She did a fantastic job of testing and evaluating and determined that I did not have any heart issues back then, that actually I was pretty healthy and was dealing with stress. So she gave me some advice. I ended up making some lifestyle changes back then, and all of the problems pretty much went away. I chose Adena Health because, first of all, my personal physician had recommended them, and actually recommended them very highly. I had heard several times that certain aspects of Adena Health, including their cardiology department, were very highly rated. It's convenient. They've got the main campus here in Chillicothe, and then they've got a lot of other smaller campuses where I can get most of the services I need. Right up till 2023, I was very active. I had a lot of energy. I went to spinning class a couple times a week. I could even keep up with the younger kids, and I'm 64 years old. I just didn't have the energy, and I could not do things. I was tired at the end of the day from work every day. I pretty much quit going to the gym because I just didn't have the energy or the stamina to go. And the big thing was I started having chest pain. I had pain in my arm, my shoulder, my neck, and my back. I was short of breath, and my blood pressure was creeping up to where it was becoming a concern. Yet I stayed on all of my medication. I took everything that I was supposed to be taking, but I just was not feeling well. And one evening I had some rather significant chest pains. I told my wife that we probably needed to go to the hospital and be checked. When I got to the emergency room, first of all, the staff here at Adena, they're very attentive, they're very professional, and I trusted them implicitly. They did several tests, they looked at things, they set me up to see Dr. Marwaha. Dr. Marwaha he has a great personality, and when he talks to you as a person. I never felt anything other than a very professional, yet a very personal relationship. And he made sure that I was fully understanding of what was probably going on and the tests that he wanted to run, how they would do them. I had a heart cath in May of 2023 and a stent installed, and my health really improved. But then in August, I started feeling like problems again and was having a little bit of discomfort and some angina. I made an appointment to come back and see Dr. Marwaha, and he scheduled another stress test. What surprised me was when he got the results of the stress test, he adjusted his schedule and asked me to come in as soon as I was available. And we sat down in his office at the computer, and he pulled up all my test results and went through and showed me all of the images and pointed out his concerns. And there was a dark spot in some of the images where he felt like I wasn't getting adequate blood flow in my heart. It was kind of surprising because this was in an area that I didn't have any issues when they had done the initial heart cath. So we did some more diagnostics, and he ended up scheduling me for a second heart cath. Dr. Hassan performed that heart cath. Dr. Hassan is fantastic. He brought me into the heart cath lab. He stood there talking to me, explaining everything he was going to do and his plan. And then once he had identified a problem, he told me that I had a 90% blockage. He had done an angioplasty, opened everything up. That evening, he called me, and he called me 2 days later, both times just to check and make sure that I was doing well. Dr. Marwaha called me to make sure I was doing okay. I really feel like the doctors in Adena Cardiology have a personal investment in the patients here, and they sincerely care about us. I feel fantastic. I've not had any issues, discomfort, any concerns about my cardiac health for quite a while now. And I'm starting to get back my energy that I used to have. I went to rehab, got more of my energy back, and I'm actually planning some ski trips and planning on trying to do some traveling with my wife. I'm not an expert and don't know the exact details, but there was a lot of negative public opinion and a lot of negative media opinion about Adena Cardiology. I had an experience working with them for almost 10 years and have always had absolute trust in them. I had a lot of friends encouraging me to get out of here and go up to Columbus. I didn't even consider it because I knew and I trusted the team of doctors that I had. And also, it was very inconvenient. I would be a 2-hour trip each way from where I live or where I work if I had to go up there every time I had a doctor's appointment or a follow-up or a checkup. And I didn't see traveling like that when I had trust and confidence in the healthcare team and the people who had already been taking care of me. If I were to give advice to anybody who was having similar experiences, first and foremost, I would say, do not wait, do not hesitate. If you're having discomfort in your chest, get to the doctor. When we think about chest pain and heart attacks, a lot of people think about what they see on television or what they hear someone else speak of. And it's not always a gripping, blood-curdling pain in your chest. My chest pain was more of a low, steady pressure. And in fact, on numerous occasions, I'd come into the doctor, or 3 different times I was brought into the emergency room, and they asked what my level of pain was. And I explained that it really wasn't pain in my perception of what pain consisted of. It was just an overall tightness and a pressure on my chest. And it was one of the emergency room doctors at Adena put it in perspective, and he said, you've got to understand that as far as a cardiologist goes, that pressure or tightness we consider chest pain. So if you even have that tightness in your chest or feel a pressure, talk to your cardiologist. You could be having some serious heart issues. And because it's not a pronounced, really serious pain, you might accidentally overlook it or think it's nothing.